Where's the fam at?
What's going on with the glaciers?
They all got eaten by the toothed whales. Shit, man, you ought to stay out of the water while the whales are around, don't you think? Hindsight's 2020, my friend. Meantime, their friends are being eaten left and right behind them in the water because they just don't get it. Like, how the hell can you be that big and not understand things? It's like every time I drive down the road and I see a dead deer, I'm like, is anybody else disturbed that there's a dead creature the size of a human being on the side of the road laying there? Like,
most of the deers that die are young.
I don't care.
Well, it's like adolescence because when they get older, they start to figure out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They're defiant. They're
So,
like, I'll
like,
run across this goddamn road if I want to.
Like, you had like enormous, because you know the penguins now, like the male penguins, the egg will be on their feet, and if the egg touches the ice, it freezes in like less than a minute.
Right.
So they have to like waddle around with the egg tucked under them to keep it warm.
Yeah, sure.
So like, were there 5-foot penguins with giant eggs that they were trying to like
ostrich
carry
eggs
around on their feet?
They're like wearing Nikes, keeping them warm. Like, come on, buddy, come on. I don't know why they all speak English in my head too. They all like have like a total
The
language.
penguins just the baby penguin just fucking has a giant fist and just punches through the fucking egg when he's patches.
Yeah, he's like, look, wake up, dude. I can't carry you around forever. This is ridiculous. Who the hell has their womb on the outside for dad to take care of? I'm supposed to be chopping the wood and hanging the sheetrock.
And at that size,
you know,
should be no problem.
You can probably do, you know,
especially like plastering and stuff, because you have those slappy flippers.
Oh yeah, you don't even need to pick up any
you just
sort of.
Slap it on.
You slap it on.
Could need the dough.
You what?
You could need some dough like a motherfucker.
So it's like penguins in like pizza shops.
Yeah, and like bagels.
It's like
pizza shop penguin.
And the penguin standing, he's like throwing dough in the air with like a hat
like
on.
they're limited to only being able to do things that require slapping.
Yeah.
So like halfway through they're fucked. Like they can slap shit out, but then what?
He's like, look, I slapped the shit out of the stove. That's it. Now you take it home and you do what you want with it. This is where my job ends. And you stand there like, and I still gotta pay full price for a pizza? This is an unfinished pizza.
Not in my world.
Not in my world it isn't, buddy. You look over and there's like a gang of like penguins with like
giant
gold chains on, and
penguins.
they're like, and they're eating raw dough, and they're like, you got a problem with this? You fucking like 10-fingered bastard. Okay, so I guess I'll just move on now. Here we go. Is it normal to save boogers from nose picking?
What else would they be from? Like
Yeah,
he specified. I wonder if he like goes around picking them off other people's body.
I kind of feel like I could travel to several public toilets and
hope for the best.
Pick them from off the tile in front of the urinal because what's amazing is how many dudes apparently piss at a urinal, pick their nose, and rub it on the wall in front of the urinal.
That's fucking disgusting.
It's a horrible nightmare, dude. And it certainly takes like a scraper or metal chisel to remove.
Why?
Sarah, I don't have an answer for this because it's not something I've ever done. It's just something I've seen millions of times.
I feel like the dudes that want to watch porn with stones do this.
I feel like, yeah.
I feel like they're doing all of it at the same time.
It's just a guy who just wants to get involved with some weirdly inappropriate shit. That's it. And he's like, look, Stones, we're going to watch some porn together, and I'm going to go smear my boogers on the wall.
All of it's
But here's a question.
terrible.
I mean,
if someone did that to your bathroom wall, would you call them out?
fuck yeah, I'd call him out. I mean, why the fuck are there boogers all over my wall, you piece of shit?
Yeah.
Get your gross ass the fuck out of here, man.
Throw him behind the couch like any normal person.
Yeah, get back there. Get behind the couch until you get right.
With my
Get
giant
right,
penguin.
get right with the Lord, and then you can come out. Use a tissue like a normal person. The fuck is the point of vandalizing a fucking bathroom anyway? I never understood it. And with your own bodily waste. Here's what he wrote. I have been accumulating the results of my nose picking by putting the boogers. Boogers is in quotes, by the way. By putting the boogers,
as one would call,
like,
into
an old aspirin bottle. I want to see how many boogers I can accumulate over time.
Ugh.
Well, what are you counting them? Is there like a tally sheet of how many
Oh my
boogers?
god.
And what do you do if it's just a slob of goo? Like, is that a booger? Or is that just the glue that holds it all together?
It becomes a booger, I would imagine.
I feel like after time you have to sort of gently you have to cut a seam. Hold on. You have to cut a seam around the entire aspirin bottle and remove it, and then you'll have like a booger shaped, like a aspirin bottle shaped booger sculpture. I don't even see any other reason of doing this. I don't actually even see why that's the reason, other than maybe you're gonna munch on it like a rib. We're back.
Yeah.
We are back,
Like
folks.
lockjaw.
Welcome back to the show.
Mine's not like lockjaw, but
It's like when the hinge of your jaw gets
It's
like worn.
it ends up getting you headaches.
TMJ.
Like I grind my teeth at night
I
so
do.
bad you can hear it in the other room.
Ooh.
So like,
It's because there's nerve sacs like right here.
and
in
you're
your
squat,
face.
and you're crushing your sacks
Yeah.
Sack!
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
with your jaw.
Oh. Yeah.
No, your jaw.
Jaw
Yeah, you know,
muscles are like
so you just end up. So like now I have problems with my ear, and like it feels like there's like it's like
Yeah, right
full
back
of like
here.
water
Yeah.
when it's not and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But anyway, welcome back to the show, everybody. This is Awesome Talk Season 10, Episode 8, on November 13, 2018. We are back, and I don't remember where we left off. Hey, what's up, Mike? What's up, David? We have new people in the chat. New people showing up. Let's see. David is in the chat. Mike Jolitz is in the chat. Good to see you guys. Okay, everybody's coming back. They're coming back. They're finding it. Yeah, sorry about that to people who are watching. The last feed got a little bit messed up, but it's no big deal. We're here, and we're ready to roll.
This is a new link.
So yeah, it's a new link. So if you have to reshare that, go
Yep.
ahead.
You ever hear yourself snore? Because I've done that.
Hear yourself snore?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
You've done it because you said that it woke you up once.
Yeah, it woke me up.
Yes, I've had my own snoring wake
Yeah.
me up before. That's true. It's a strange, surreal thing.
Yeah, you hear it in like your dream, and you're like, what? What is that?
But it's not a dream, but it's sort of like a dream.
You're like half awake kind of
Yeah.
thing. It happens to me only if I'm laying on my back.
It's fucking major.
And I was like half awake, half asleep, and I hear, who's snoring? I'm like, oh shit, it's me. Wait a minute! Did I just hear myself snore?
Yeah, man. Do you ever get sleep paralysis?
Oh, that sucks. That's
Where you
the
feel you can't
worst.
breathe?
Where you can't wake up? Where you're in a dream, you're asleep,
Yeah.
but like you wake up, but your body doesn't wake up.
I've had dreams where I have to fight to wake up, so maybe, yeah.
It's like in the hallway of being this 1 foot in the door,
Yeah.
asleep and awake.
And awake, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I get that.
I like
some-
that state. That's an awesome state to just stay in if you can.
If you can,
Like, yeah, if you can.
Yeah, but
I'm just gonna
Stay
ride
there.
this out for a
Yeah.
that
while.
would be kind of cool.
That shit's
Until things get
terrifying.
really terrifying.
Yeah,
Sometimes
right.
you like trip off a curb or something, and
Yeah.
it like jars you, and you're like,
Well, I find that if I'm having a bad dream, I find that if I throw myself onto the floor in the dream, I wake up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That does.
Like,
yeah,
do you ever like dream and know you're in a dream?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay,
that's
well, the second I
called lucid
realize-
dreaming.
Right.
Yeah,
The
okay.
second I realize that it is a dream, I kind of start to freak out.
Mhm.
And I wish I didn't because
Bless
I've
you. You're
had
welcome.
moments where like I had a lucid dream recently where I went back to the house that I basically grew up in.
Right.
Wow.
And
Stuff like that.
the landscape was different.
Mm-hmm.
Where there was nobody across the street and I had no neighbors. It was just my house, and it was that it was like sort of a small. It wasn't. I don't think it qualified as a field, but it was a big enough patch of grass where you could like play catch with a football.
A lawn.
Right? Yeah, kind of like a big lawn. But it wasn't right. It was across the street from my house.
As they say,
It was part of like
in certain circles.
part of like a firehouse, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm in this dream, and I stop in the driveway and I look around, and the sky looks amazing, and the plants look amazing, and everything looked amazing. And I said out loud, wow, I really got the details cool in this one.
That's crazy.
And that was one of the few dreams that didn't freak me out. But then I thought to myself, I'm dreaming and I know it.
Right.
What can I make happen that I couldn't in the real
Yeah,
world?
yeah.
And I couldn't make shit happen.
No.
I couldn't fly. I couldn't do
No.
anything. I was like, dude, I still have rules here.
I had dreams where I could float like the princess in Mario 2, where I could run.
Peach?
Yeah. And I
So
could
like a
run and jump.
frustratingly
Get those-
short and small amount of time,
No, well,
and
it's
not really enough to actually be helpful.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I
The
mean?
jumping up is fine, but once you're
Jump.
coming down, it's like, how am I gonna land?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have dreams I can run, and it's a giant lake. I can run and just jump over the lake, and I can like propel myself in the air and get to the other side.
Were
It's
you wearing
awesome.
like a
That's
fluffy
cool.
pink
So cool.
skirt?
Yeah,
No,
I love my
no
flying
skirts.
dreams. I went through a phase where I'm having like a flying dream every night for like
Yeah.
a solid year.
Yeah,
I swore like it was gonna like cross over and I'd have the power. In my dreams, I had that delusion, like
Yeah.
this was real life.
I have a recurring dream that I jump out of my parents' bedroom window.
Yeah, really?
And I don't know why.
Maybe it's an old memory, just trying to get loose or something that
I don't know.
Just distorted in your mind. or
Yeah,
something.
just something
yeah.
locked in there. Some weird, like,
Everything.
Yeah, it's in your subconscious mind. They even have an app on iPhone. It's like called like iDream, and it interprets your dreams for you if you put in keywords. Like
Apple runs it, and they're like, "You were dreaming about buying a new iPhone. Check these ones out."
yeah.
Yeah.
man, I think I was dreaming about buying a new iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
And just because you had a dream about the new iPhone, here's a discount because you had.
With the dream, yeah.
Apple's
That
like
makes
time to
sense.
update
Oh
and
my
install
god,
for new
could you
dreams.
imagine like one day
Dream
like
update.
Yeah.
companies are gonna be able to infiltrate your dreams and you're gonna have like dream offers that
Dream
like only
commercials?
people that dreamed
Yeah.
about it will get
Yeah.
that special code.
Futurama had
Well, that shit might actually happen. for all
Commercials
we
in the
know.
dreams. Is it
Yeah.
Futurama, you said?
Yeah, they did that in the Futurama.
They'll all be in our
There's a whole
ads next to
episode about
Facebook later today.
That's some
Yeah.
predictive programming right there.
Dude, I gotta tell you something. It's an unpopular opinion, but I really like targeted marketing.
You do?
I wish
Yeah, I
that
do.
the
I re-
companies
I-
You
like
get cool stuff
ended
you
up
like,
winning
right?
it.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing, man. Like 9 times out of 10, if we need something for the studio or whatever, right? We just say what like we've grown accustomed to yelling it real loud in the house
Yeah.
because there's 5 echoes and there's smartphones and all kinds of shit in here, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we just yell it. And like, I'm not kidding.
Show
I'll go
some-
to work the next day and she'll send me and she'll be like,
Almost
dude,
every
I
time.
just got an offer
It's
for the
bizarre.
thing we
Yeah.
want for 95% off. And I'm
Records
like,
keywords.
I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding you. Like it seriously works almost every time.
we have stocked
Ferrari!
our art room. Yeah, right. But we have stocked like our art room with stuff based on
Yeah, I had a conversation with him about how I thought it was a good idea for us to get one of those giant, heavy rolls of paper for the art room. And I got a Facebook ad for one of those huge rolls for like $5.
Damn.
It was like a
Nice.
60-pound roll of paper.
From talking about it?
Yeah, weird thing
Yeah.
Like,
Talking about it?
I think
Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
and Facebook are
Yeah.
working
That's
together.
crazy.
Totally.
I searched on Google one time, and I have all this shit turned off. Like, I have all that turned off. I
Yeah,
searched-
my mic's on.
yeah, and
Loot
if you
Crate.
say that, you mean it. Like
Yeah,
your shit's turned off.
I
Yeah.
did Loot Crate on Google, and then I went on Facebook, and there was an ad for Loot Crate.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
like, all right,
It gets
guys,
even crazier
come
than
on.
that. I tested it once. I went to Starbucks and I made sure that I wasn't even going to say anything and I just pointed to what I wanted. And it was a sausage, egg, and cheese.
Yeah.
I was like, sausage, egg, and cheese, I want it. And I was just like,
Yeah.
and then as soon as I got home, I posted this was last year on Facebook. I was like, I don't know how it happened, but now I'm getting ads for Starbucks sausage, egg, and cheeses. I swear to God. And like, I didn't use a debit card. I paid cash.
Really?
The only thing I can think of is location services. Like, my phone knew that I was in a
Oh,
Starbucks.
that could have
But
been.
how did it know
Yeah,
my
that's-
sandwich, though? How did it know that I didn't get coffee?
They're
1984.
linked onto the
They're
cameras now.
triangulating your position to the sales receipts of a Starbucks
Yeah.
establishment.
Yeah, well,
It could be it.
I would have believed that if I used my debit card because then they could price reference or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah.
But I can't figure out how they knew the
This
sandwich.
is deep.
Go ahead.
I'm just thinking about this, the fact that we're being watched so much in so many
Constantly.
places.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to eventually get to a place where we are in a crimeless society because nobody's going to bother to commit crimes?
Like
We're gonna
Minority
be
Report.
busted
Definitely not.
on the
No.
spot.
Minority
you know?
Report?
No, seriously,
Yeah.
it's just why bother?
No.
It's scary.
You know what, man? Like I always say that, like the new. I really like millennials for the most part, believe it or not.
Oh, come on.
But millennials really are. They really are the dumbest criminals. because not only did they do something fucked up, but they have to put it on Snapchat and Instagram, and then they get caught. When it used to be like, okay, so like this kid recently, he was like humping a statue and he ran away, and they put it on Snapchat, and they like arrested the guy for like graffiti or something, like, and he didn't even do anything.
Oh, did he?
Defacing a monument.
Defacing a monument,
Yeah.
but he didn't really do anything. He didn't spray paint it or pee on it. He was just being an asshole because he was young and he ran away, right? And they fucking arrested him. And I was like, you know, I feel like when we were young, like that,
Right.
the idea was you did what you did, and then you took off like, like twirling your mustache, like I got away with that shit, right? Now I got a story.
One of the kids in our school did something like that, and he got caught. He painted like a swastika on the side of.
That's a little different from humping a statue.
On the side of a synagogue, nonetheless.
All right, that's like a whole other
But
thing.
nobody was around. He got caught later
They
on.
will find you. They will definitely find you.
This was
like
for that,
This
was
is
back
like
then.
1997.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was
There were
back
so
then.
fewer, you know, cameras on everything back then.
Well, but they
Why
didn't.
would you do that anyway? Like,
But
what
they
the hell
didn't
was
get
going
him
through
until
his
like
mind?
2 days
Being
later,
an
but they still
asshole.
got him somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, these kids were jerk offs and pieces of shit. So
Yeah, I guess
that's
so.
why. Ed. Yeah, that fucking
Well, I
jerk
didn't
off.
want to say.
Oh
I know who it was, but I.
Well, I could be talking about a lot of Eds.
I could be talking about it.
I can't believe I just did that. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. I just feel like, you know, the kid didn't even do anything, and I can remember like not doing permanent damage to anybody's like property or anything like that. Just doing stupid
You
shit.
just dry hump it.
Dry hump it and run away. Like me and my
How's that even illegal?
buddy, like during Christmas
Yeah,
time.
Mike does that all the time.
I do it every day.
No one says anything.
Is it George Washington?
He's like, I'm gonna dry hump
Mona
this
Lisa?
bar right
Dry
now.
hump this bar.
Everybody look away.
It's a horse? All right.
But you could catch him on Snapchat later.
Yeah.
Chat roulette.
Yeah.
Dry
Oh,
humping
man.
things.
Well, me and my friend, we used to go around like we were teenagers, man. And people would set up Christmas decorations, and we'd take the reindeer, and one would mount the other, and then mount the other, and mount the other, and then we would run away. You know, like it was stupid, it was harmless. You know what I mean? But it would piss people off just enough to be funny.
Yeah.
But like, you
Yeah, it
didn't
was pretty
out
funny.
yourself in public like that was me to like everybody.
I had a friend who did a cross country road trip with another friend, and they stole his neighbor's garden troll.
Right.
And what they did while they were on this vacations before, like, you know, all the Facebook and stuff, is they would take pictures and they would mail them to the owner of the
Like
garden troll.
ransom.
As a landscape,
Ransom
yeah,
notes
with
with the big
iconic
lettering.
spots. This guy kept getting these postcards from his troll all over the
Great
country.
idea.
Garden
it
gnome
was- it
came
was
to life and
really-
went on vacation.
yes, exactly.
Then it's like, ha
Did he ever come
I had
back
no
again?
idea. Yeah, he came back. They came back.
No.
They gave it back. Oh man.
Is that where that traveling company came up with their
Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
This was before Travel Lost and all that stuff. This is like 1999.
Well, okay, it makes sense now.
My mom told me a story about when she was
OG.
growing up. They would take the wise men from the nativity scene at church and put them at the bus stop. And the bus would come and stop, thinking it was passengers to pick
Oh,
up.
come on.
That's
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
They think they were like little people or something?
This is in Brooklyn. That's what they
And
would
then,
do.
yeah, but if it was in Brooklyn, the bus driver would be like, no wise man would ever get on this bus.
Yeah.
Roll on by.
They don't have
How
money.
wise are you?
Yeah,
wise
right?
man?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Wise? I think not.
It's gonna cost more than myrrh to get on this bus.
Okay, well, one of them could get on though. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. I'm like, well, years and it's like
Breaking
crack.
it down.
Ugh, I suck. I'm gonna shut up. Fucking jackass.
Your reaction to that was the best. You were like, "Oh, come on!" I thought you had this whole story. You're so mad, and then you're just like, "That's fantastic."
We gotta do it now. Oh, that's good.
So I usually shy away from getting into politics too much, but there is one thing that I want to say is the woman who was voted in the recent election, who's a Native American MMA fighter. Could I just comment for a moment how awesome that really is?
Wait, she's an Eminem fighter.
Yeah, she's an Eminem fighter. Yeah, she was.
That's not the Bug Eyes one, is it?
No, she
No,
that
it's
doesn't debate.
the one on the left.
I knew she was a lesbian. I
Well,
knew she was
yeah,
Native American.
I think that's the one.
She's also an MMA fighter.
Let me tell you something. She's an amazing MMA fighter. While the election was happening,
that's not her.
and I
That's
looked
not
up
her.
her fights on YouTube when we were watching her kick ass. And I'm like, dude, like,
Close.
What made her run for office? Just no more fighting? She's done?
I think she's still fighting.
She's going to fight
No,
the other
no, I don't
politicians.
think no, I don't think she's still fighting. I think she stopped fighting to start doing this stuff.
Okay, all
Jesse
right.
the Body Ventura.
But it's
Wow.
funny because like her like
He's
political ads were like fighting for you, and it's like, come on, that was such a cheap. Like you didn't have to go.
But then
that
you see her
route.
fight, you're like, damn,
Could've
maybe
thought
it
of
is a good
something way
slogan.
more clever than that. Fighting for you, she's still fighting. Like
It was a different kind of election, and again, it's not even necessarily that I want to get into politics, but the idea. I'm glad that so many women won.
Yeah. Something different.
Because like I kind of
I mean,
feel
a
like
dead guy won.
A dead guy won. Yeah.
I'm glad that
Better
that
got
happened.
a lot of the alive
was
guys.
it
Dead
dead?
pimp won.
How is it even like allowed? Like, he was dead. Like doesn't
For
come
5
from-
months, he's been dead.
But like, how does
I
he
mean,
not come off
somebody
the
should have
ballot?
known this.
at
But
that
can I
point?
just? But can we
Yeah.
just marvel at how different of an election it is for
it's
that to
terrible.
happen? For this woman to get in, for so many women to
people
get
don't
in,
even
for
know
a
who they're
dead
voting
guy
for.
to get in, for like,
Yeah.
it's like, what does it say about politics? How it's changing and
Yeah.
shifting?
I
Like,
also think more people paying attention.
The House representative from Virginia that wrote a book about Sasquatch's sexual
Oh, I saw
like,
that. Yeah,
prowess,
You posted
yeah.
that.
habits or whatever. The guy wrote a fucking book about it. How the fuck does he know?
Sasquatch love stories.
My favorite.
Sasquatch erotica. That's what it was.
Yeah.
yeah, Sasquatch
I think
erotica.
it's
That's
a
what it
Mitch
was.
How the
Hedberg
fuck
joke.
does
It's
he
like
know?
the problem with Bigfoot is that he is blurry. The pictures are crystal clear, but Bigfoot is blurry.
Right. He's always blurry. Everything else is around him is crystal clear. Right. Yeah,
He's got those
totally.
little boxes that go all over
Yeah.
him all the time.
Pixelated.
Like you're expecting to see this monkey man, but he's
Yeah.
actually just a blurry
It's just a blurry thing.
thing. Like you're getting the clearest pictures of him. That's how he is.
Somebody put up a Photoshop
twist.
picture of Bigfoot waving in the water next to the Loch Ness monster. It was a flying saucer overhead. It just got everything. in
Oh,
one
yeah, I saw
shot.
that. Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So.
I just saw a cartoon
Totally.
of that.
Yeah.
Teen Titans or something.
Teen Titans.
Yeah, it was in passing. I was at a friend's house and it was on TV and it was like Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot riding it,
Riding.
building the pyramids.
Oh. Could it be true? Well, what happened to? But the guy who died. Doesn't his name come off the ballot at that point? Like no, but like
going down that road.
They probably were like, listen, we already printed the stuff. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
You know,
He's
do
not
we
gonna
really
win
wanna
anyway.
run this all over
Yeah, he's never
again?
gonna win anyway.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
ink. It's a lot
I
of
don't
time.
get that at all.
Yeah.
Should be some.
Let me just tell you something. That shit that they're never gonna win anyway. We gotta stop thinking like that because that
Yeah,
shit does
that went
not
out the
work.
window.
That didn't work in 2016.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Do you remember it was Stephen Colbert's the Colbert Report? This is years ago.
Yeah.
There was this like senator or like a House of Representatives guy running unopposed. He was the only guy. So the guy's gonna fucking win. So he Steve Colbert had him come on the show and read this like script like, okay, I do cocaine
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah, right.
Be like hi, I'm so and so, and I support the frequent use of cocaine.
Yeah.
Vote so and so.
I think people don't care because they want that person. They just want to oppose the other person.
Yeah.
So despite
Yeah.
the flaws, they'll
some
vote
people just
their.
vote with party.
They
too.
vote with their party
They go right
too.
down the line.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
They don't
Dangerous,
even look at
man.
the names.
Yep.
They don't
That
even-
blue no
Yeah.
matter who shit dude has gotta go, man. You can't think like that.
Yeah.
Because that means that whoever happens to land themselves in that particular, position can now just say, oh, well, we know that we've got a big fan base because that's what it's become now. It's not an informed population voting. It's a fan base now.
Yeah.
All we got to do is prop up somebody with the right. They got to cry at this and say yes
Yep.
to that, and then they win, and then
Yeah. Scary.
we get a fraction of what they actually say they're going to do.
Well, and who's to say that any of these people are actually what they say they are? It could be Republicans posing as a Democrat just to get in the office. And
Totally.
Get that money.
Totally, you're
Totally.
right.
Totally.
There's
Could be
nothing
true.
Well, that's what happened in Arizona. One of the states of one of the Senate seats that flipped was
Yeah.
the Republican now went to Democrat, but the dude was Democrat anyway. He was He's been one of the most frustrating things for the Republican Party. Corker, or whatever his name is.
There you go.
Flake and Corker. They were actually Republicans
So yeah, you could
disguised,
play both
or
sides.
Democrats disguised as Republicans, and that's why they couldn't pass some shit, or at least the Republicans. That,
Yeah, it's terrible. This bipartisan crap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
it's
yeah,
silly.
because the other problem is that people pretend that this is a two-party system, and it's really not.
Yeah,
It's a multiple party
it's
system.
us system.
Yeah, well,
Nothing to
yeah.
do with
What
them.
you said, yeah.
It's citizens.
Nobody thinks so. I'm just this or I'm just that. So
You could run Pat for Pats.
Pet for pets.
Yeah, just the other Pats vote for
Yeah.
you. However many Pats there are, is how many votes you probably get.
Actually,
It's a good
you would get
idea.
the male and the female vote because there's paths for both males
That's
and
right.
females.
My mom would vote
Hell yeah, see?
yeah,
You're winning already, man. You didn't start yet.
Pats for Pats.
I am not a crook.
I represent all Pats. I will protect Pat rights. Even the Patriots.
It's like Rick and Morty.
Yes.
The Patriots.
Patriots.
That's what they're called.
The Pats.
All the people that
Patriots.
support you are the
Pats.
Patriots.
St. Patty's Day.
oh man, you're ready to run. You're
Pats for
running.
Pats.
Dude,
guess
we're
I am
basically
running.
writing this shit up
2020.
for you here,
There we
man.
go.
Here we go. 20 Pats for Pats.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
I've always thought of myself as a Pat, even though I'm Mike. So
You're a Pat sympathizer.
Pat sympathizer, right?
Clearly.
You
that?
get
Rich-
like cast
yeah.
out by their mics.
What's the guy now? He's saying that. Yeah, he's saying that he's really 49, not 69.
I was just thinking about that guy.
Ageist
Yeah.
mentality.
Yeah, because on Tinder he wants
Yeah.
to have better women on Tinder.
They won't date him 'cause
they
he's
won't date him 'cause
69.
So he wants to identify as a 49-year-old, have actually be legalized, so he can date women in their 40s and 30s.
Yeah.
Why not go lower? Like go 29.
Yeah.
I guess he wants it to be believable.
Yeah, he
Well,
doesn't
no,
want
it
to
is.
be crazy.
It's definitely a real
about it.
thing.
Yeah.
Once we cross, like, I'm 37, but I have
Yeah.
friends that have just turned 35,
Right.
and like I'm with them all the time. They're like, "Dude, Tinder sucks now. Like, I'm not getting anything."
Right, like to see your age.
But yeah, they're like,
Everybody's
like
married.
when we go on the road trip, it's like all that they're doing. All I hear is like ping, 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 ping.
Yeah.
For where we
No,
are,
I
and then
that,
now
yeah.
that we were older, it's just like we're in that 35 to 40 range where the 25-year-old girls like they draw the line.
He's
at
old and
35.
creepy. It's like, you don't even know me.
Draw the
Yeah.
line.
So and it's a real thing. I'm watching my friends go through
Yeah.
it.
Your
So.
old
Yeah.
balls and
Yeah.
So the guy has a legitimate like, hey, if
Yeah.
I was younger, like I look young.
He's a young 69.
Yeah.
He does
No, he
not
doesn't look
look
young.
that
All right, so I don't
Oh,
even
he
know the
looks
guy.
his age, but
Right.
he doesn't look elderly, but he looks like he's in his 60s
There's
at
nothing that
least.
says you have to
know.
tell the truth on those things, though.
Right.
Well, they link to your Facebook.
But then people are
and-
commenting that they want to raise their ages to 69 so they can get the
Designer
pension.
persona
Yeah,
Work the other way.
around
Yeah.
that.
So Pats for Pats, you can change your name to Pat legally, and now you're a Pat now. So. It's like, was it Rachel Dozell? She was white and she wanted to be black. 'Cause
Yeah,
she
that's
identified
right.
as black.
Yeah,
You know,
They didn't
it's-
play that game. The blacks didn't play that game.
No.
Yeah, but I gotta
Crazy.
tell you something,
It was
man.
ridiculous.
Can I tell you
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
though? Some of what you guys to watch. They did a documentary about her life, and when you watch it, you kind of like understand
Where she's coming
where
from?
she's coming from.
Not
like,
that she's not.
yeah, not
but
she's
like,
not crazy, but
there's just
She's a
parts
proponent
but
for
I
that,
feel like there's
like,
some parts
the
of her
community.
story that make her story much more interesting. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
she just was labeled as like this crazy white woman who pretended to be black, and like she was those things, but she was
that.
also other things too. Like
Yeah.
like I feel like most people don't realize that she grew up with mostly black siblings.
Right.
In
Who were
a
all abused
household
in front of
who
her.
were
Really?
yeah, like
Yeah.
like there's like a whole other facet to her life that like that formed the identity that she felt
She
she
felt she was
had,
more black,
and I
yeah.
felt like that made her a more interesting
yeah,
person.
sure.
Not
Yeah.
definitely not that it was okay,
Yeah.
just that it.
Like culturally.
If you want
she
to
felt
know
black.
about
It
her, then know
that
really
she
about
identified
her.
with her siblings,
Right.
And she watched them be abused,
Yeah,
And as
yeah,
a
yeah.
result, like as somebody who was, loved her siblings, this was what she decided was.
I mean, that
It
makes
doesn't
sense.
change your
yeah.
biology, though.
Absolutely,
No, it
it doesn't,
doesn't.
but
No.
it does change her
But
mental
it, but
state.
it is. I
Yeah.
feel like if you are gonna be like, God, that freaking crazy bitch.
Yeah. That's
It's
not
worth
accurate.
it to
Yeah.
know the whole story.
You're right. No, you're totally
No,
right.
you're right.
You're totally right.
She's still a little nuts, though.
She is.
There's no
it's
doubt.
totally crazy. I agree. I think she would have been better off staying exactly as white as she really was
It's-
and fighting as hard as she did
Yeah.
to try and bring more attention to
It would have been
'cause
better without all that.
It would have absolutely, of course, it would have been better if
Because she was actually
way more
big
effective.
proponent of the
Yeah.
community and,
yes,
and all that.
exactly.
And
But she burned herself to the ground
Yeah.
in the craziest way
What
possible.
I've ever fucking seen, dude. I would watch that.
I think Vanilla Ice ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
Once that happened.
Sarah.
Yeah, but he wasn't pretending. I mean, it's right in the name.
Right, oh, that's true. That's also true.
Sarah, it's almost 11 o'clock.
Thanks.
So here's what I'm thinking. Why don't we talk to Mike and Gregory, and then we'll cut to the break. We'll get Frankie set up, and then we'll come back. And we'll close out with Frank. Does that sound good? Okay, that's what we're going to do.
Cool.
So, let's talk to you gentlemen about what you have going on. If everybody's cool with that, if we have nothing else to say, we can move on.
Sure.
Okay, Mike, let's start with you. What is going on with you lately? Obviously, I said at the beginning of the show, you're Awesome Talk alumni. We've known you for a long time. You've been here a long time.
Yep.
You're doing a lot of really cool and great stuff. What is the stuff that you're doing?
Nothing really. No, whatever. I just came to hang. No, as you know, I've been working with the film team, part of it's my film team, Iron Horse Cinema. As a group of us, we work together. We've been working together since 2010. And we do fan films based on a lot of popular video games, a lot of pop culture stuff like Star Wars and Rick and Morty and so forth, Batman. But within the last year, we've decided, since we've done fan films based on these indie video games like Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Hello Neighbor, and so forth, why don't we come up with a game of our own? So we've been developing this game called Rigsby's Funtown Factory. And the premise of the game is you are an employee who works in a factory that makes toys for Rigsby's Funtown Burger. Rigsby's Funtown Burger is a fictitious, or is it? No, it's this fast food restaurant, kind of like McDonald's, and you work in the factory that makes the toys that goes into the kids' Funzo meals. And the toys are the actual mascot. So there's different characters like Rigsby, Sheffrey, Frybot, Torora.
I love the names.
Yeah, it's Caboose is another one. And these toys, as they're coming out of, there's a molding station, a paint station, and a boxing station. As they go along the conveyor belt, they get haunted, and they haunt the factory. And your job is to incinerate the toys that have gotten loose. And the toys, they mess with the molding station, the paint station, so forth, and they damage stuff, or they attack you. And
the Toy Story movies are based on the ones that escaped.
Yeah. So these are like evil haunted toys. That it's a horror comedy game, and
what the fuck happened to you during your childhood?
I watched a lot of He-Man, a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Looney Tunes, anvils on people's heads. So
pianos falling out of the sky.
Yeah, pianos out of the sky. So we came up with this idea. It's kind of in the same genre as, Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy and the Ink Machine, these light horror games, animated cartoon-like games. And we also have some video elements that we're known for that we incorporate into the game. So, for example, there's a video monitor that comes down, and there's videos that pop up that teach you about the game. We're filming some commercials, as these 80s style commercials.
Not to cut you off, but just to add to that, if you follow their Instagram account, you get a lot of the behind the scenes of making this game, and it's like the coolest shit that I've ever seen.
Yeah, thank you.
You should follow. It's amazing to watch how it's done.
Of the mascots and like the stuff that being
made.
Yeah, it's really dope. Go ahead.
What is it?
So, what's your IG?
Yeah. So on Instagram, on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, it's at Iron Horse Cinema. For the game, because Twitter has different rules of how long a name could be, on Twitter, the game is at Rigsby's Funtown, and Instagram is at Rigsby's Funtown Factory. It's the full name. And right now we have an Indiegogo up. We have about 11 days left. We're trying to raise money. There's different tiers. You can donate $1. You can donate up to $500.
Oh, cool.
There's a thing, if you donate $100, your face will appear in the game. We're going to do like Employee of the Month. You put your face in there. So, we have those incentives.
That's it?
Yeah, Iron Horse Cinema. That's it.
Nice.
So, we have that going now. We're trying to raise money off of Indiegogo to help pay for the cost of working with a coder. This guy is from Canada. His name is Mike Money, or his full name is Michel Money. He's from Quebec, and he has a company, Cather Games, and he's doing the coding. And we're working with different people to help us put it together. We're actually been working with a popular YouTuber The Living Tombstone. He does a lot of music based off of these fan films and games, and he's going to work with us on some music.
Cool.
You know, and our regular people, Chris Lott, Jeff Moffat. Chris Lott does our music for most of our films. Jeff Moffat, my co-producer, and Cy Cody White, my other co-producer, Craig Helfer, Karen Vanner, are all. There's Rich Sabb, and there's all these people involved in making this game. Emmanuel and Tom, our interns, so we're all. I'm leaving people out, I'm sorry, but we're all working together to make this game a game. And it's a whole new process for us.
Sure.
So it's taking, we're looking to get it out first quarter of next year. We are working on some animations now for the game. And putting it all together to flesh out this whole game. We're going to have, we're going to, this weekend we're going to GameCon, which is out in Jamaica, Queens.
Oh, cool.
For the weekend. There's a lot of indie game developers there. And then December we'll be at WinterCon, which is out in Long Island. And in January we go to MagFest, which is this big video game convention down in the I guess technically Baltimore. It's right across the Potomac. And you see the Spider-Man Homecoming when they go to that hotel, you know, when they go to DC and they stay at a hotel, that's the hotel that they do MagFest. It's this awesome hotel, and it's got like this big open atrium that's like 20 floors high, and you can see everybody's, you know, room in it, and they do this big gaming convention there where you can go and play old video games, gaming tournaments, people introduce their games. It's awesome. Cosplay galore. So that's MagFest in January. So we'll be premiering more about the game then. So that's what we're working on. We're really trying to give this game the big heave-ho and looking to do some big things with it. Yeah, that's what I've been pretty much up to.
What platform is it on? So?
We're going to put it out on Steam. It's
I
a
was
good
just
question.
about to ask
Yeah.
if you were going to put it on Steam.
We're putting it on Steam for now. And as the game, you know, we get more success, we'll look into doing an app and so forth. But Steam is a good place to start.
Yeah.
You know, to get our feet wet and people have access to it. We haven't announced the price or what we're gonna charge. It's gonna be for free. We don't know. We're working those things out. There's still a little bit more to do.
Are you going to be making it available for Mac?
Well, if it's you can play Steam on Mac, correct? I believe you can.
No, Steam is
Yeah.
available on Mac, but the
Yeah.
games are all different.
Yeah.
Some are just Windows, some you
let's
can
be
play
honest.
Mac and Windows.
I mean,
That's
we
just
want it to be. I'll check with our coder. He knows that
Nobody
stuff
makes games for
really
Macs.
well. We'll check with Steam on that. So we're a little bit away from that, but I'm glad you brought that up. That's something we have to look into because we want everybody to be able to play it,
Yeah.
you know, and have it available. So, but if people donate to the Indiegogo, then we get more money and we can promote it
Yeah.
more, market it. Only 11 days left, so we really want to, you know, really get like, you know how they say like donate $1 to save a dog? Like forget the dog. There's always gonna be dogs. This game has to be. No, I'm kidding, of course, but no, but like even $1 goes such a long way, and you know we're paying for this out of pocket. So, you know, if people want to be a part of it, this is how they can be a part of it as well. Yeah.
Well, Mike Square, thank you for being
Thank you,
here.
thank you,
And
thank you for having me.
great
Appreciate it.
time.
You guys are awesome. There's $1, and I'm not gonna take cash out of my pocket. I appreciate it.
Look, and then his
All right,
other,
we'll
his
take-
other
take
coworkers
the
are going to see this and
stats.
go, oh, he's just pocketing our money.
Taking our money. we will list you in the credits of the game.
Exit
so
scam.
Just message me your full credits, and we'll put it in there. So.
All right.
$1 goes a long. Go right in my bank account. I'm serious.
No, you said $1 goes a long way, so I'm helping
It
you.
does. I appreciate it. I thought you were joking, but I appreciate it.
No, I'm not.
Oh, see?
What about $2?
First customer goes even lower.
No, this is
You know,
just tracking
$500
to
goes
a
a really long
bank.
way. Well, if we hit the threshold, we set the threshold at $12,000. You set it high. You wanted.
Jared pulls
you
out
know,
$12,000.
No, but if we
Here,
go
I got some
beyond
Bitcoin
that, if we
for
go to
you.
like 20,000 and so forth, we have a lot of other incentives. We'll have
You know, my
survival mode.
Q stuff.
We just play till you die kind of thing. So
Cool.
You know, my
Indiegogo
Big
makes
Connect
it
token.
makes it so you can. All the money goes to the game.
Yeah.
We don't get any profit off the game, right? It all goes right. To, you know, we're in the red right now making the game, so it all goes right into. The
I
game.
love that every time you guys want to do something, you just attack it, no matter what it means.
We just have to. It's like I mean,
It's a great way to live, man.
Yeah, I mean, we feel it'll be success. Worst case, if it's not, you'll learn something, and then if you want to do it again, now you know even
Exactly.
better.
Yeah,
So you just gotta
right.
do it, or otherwise we sit at home. I mean, you guys do the show. We could just be sitting home right now, but we're
Well,
doing a show.
technically, we are.
You're home.
Some of us.
Yeah, but you know,
Some people fail more than other people even try.
that's exactly it.
Right.
But
So-
the thing is, that we live in a society where people are so afraid to fail.
Yeah.
have
And
to.
it's like the only way you can succeed is by failing, though.
Yeah, failing
it's the
is
only
learning.
way to succeed. You
It's
know,
only-
it's
It's,
and,
that's
you know, you've learned things because of things that didn't work out that is you that much closer to what you are going to be doing now. So that's awesome.
My favorite quote comes from the Adventure Time show. Dude, sucking at something is the first step to getting really good at something.
You had asked if I want to do stand-up tonight, and I said no, only because I hadn't done it in like 2 years. But I work with a guy who, his name is Gabe Abelson. I'm going to give him a plug because he does writing classes if you want to learn how to write late-night jokes.
Oh, cool.
So I worked on a packet, and I sent it to The Tonight Show, and they're not hiring. But working with him, learning how to write jokes, even though he's not teaching me how to write stand-up, what I learned from that, like I had to suck at writing monologue jokes, and I got better and better. I'm not saying I'm amazing, but I've learned so much from the beginning, because at the beginning I just sucked, you know? Yeah. And I've learned how to even write better stand-up because of what he showed me.
Yeah, sure.
He was the head monologue writer for Letterman for 5 years. He worked with Leno, he worked with Tom Green, so I'm plugging him because he offers these classes.
Yeah, sure.
It's been worth it, and it's affordable. But just to the point of what I've been doing and sucking till you get successful, I could see progress. Because I write this stuff out and I go back and look at it and go, look how crappy this was when I started, you know, and look how much better it is now. And I'll look at what I did now 5 years from now and goes, that sucked. That's what you want to do. So you have to fail. You're right. You totally have to fail to get better. So.
Well, again, man, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. Thank you guys. I applaud you guys.
It's been amazing having you over the years, man.
Awesome.
I hope you continue to come back.
Absolutely.
My friend.
Yeah, definitely.
Next guest, Gregory Andrus from Portraits of the Jersey Shore. Gregory has an insane, amazing story about how he's ended up doing what he does now. Would you mind? Would it be okay? Would you tell him?
I just froze. Sorry.
That's okay.
The glitch, you know. I'm updating. Okay, so you know, I'm gonna just say that I grew up in a very, very violent home, and I was very I was picked on a lot by kids, beaten by kids, beaten by my dad, and I had a really hard time figuring out how to feel safe in life, and I never felt safe. And by the time I was 13, I was drinking a lot. I would find ways to meet people who were older than me to get me alcohol and stuff like that, just to numb the pain of what I was experiencing. Fast forward into the 20s, I was a raging alcoholic. I was on again, off again, homeless. I had tried taking my life several times in and out of institutions. And again, just what I experienced growing up, I now manifested in my own life as an adult to myself. It was just, I just had no understanding or idea of how to have peace in my life or feel like I could make something of it. Until when not until, but when I was 28, I was outside of someone's house at a party in New Brunswick where I lived, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and there was a police chase in a car around the corner from us, and the car the police were chasing crashed, and the guy who crashed the car got out of the car and ran down the street that I was standing on, and the cop turned the corner and he started chasing him. The guy went past me, the suspect, and the police officer fired some shots at the guy who was chasing, and one of the bullets struck me in the back of the head, and I was laying in the street literally bleeding to death with no hope. And miraculously I lived, and I was given a second chance at life. And this may surprise some of you guys here, but I actually became a Christian, but I'm not like one of those kind of Christians. I'm like actually someone who really enjoys life and enjoys hanging out with the dudes, you know, and the ladies and whatever, you know, and like life is good. But I found hope and I found purpose because through that lens, suddenly I found worth. But then I realized that every single person I see around me has value, and that they're all truly, they all have intrinsic value regardless of how they live their lives. Doesn't matter what you went through or what you're going through, you still have that intrinsic value because I see you as made by God, and that to me is beautiful. And so I started a page called Portraits of the Jersey Shore, where I meet people, and every single person that I meet, I give them a hug. I don't care if they're an alcoholic or a drug addict. I don't care if they have AIDS, whatever their case may be. I interview them, and I share their stories on my page, and then I have people who follow and they comment on them and stuff like that. And I've met people who, like, I met a woman 2 weeks ago. She was running from a domestic violence situation with her 2 kids, and my page raised $2,000 for her, and now they're going to be putting a birthday party on for her daughter who's turning 16 next week. Actually, this coming Saturday. And so it's just this idea that I had, and now there's communities behind it, and now we help other people out. And the really ironic thing is that I had no friends growing up, and now I have like 15,000 friends that follow what I do, and I consider every single person who follows my page a friend because they believe in what I'm doing, they believe in the people that I'm meeting, and it's very beautiful for me. But yeah, so that's just like in a nutshell. I hope I encapsulated it well, you know.
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question. Where did you get shot in the head?
It was
did it
on-
actually go into your brain? Or
No,
did it,
I was
like,
very
ricochet
fortunate.
off
It
your
was
skull?
it actually got embedded in my mastoid.
Like right behind your ear,
Yeah.
right here, in that
Yep.
little tiny
Oh.
spongy bone.
Yeah.
Wow.
And either because of a miracle or because I'm Polish, my thick skull. The bullet got flattened when it hit my mastoid, and it didn't penetrate and go all the way through. So
That's like some
yeah.
superhero stuff.
Yeah,
Like the
Brandon
bullet
Routh
was
hit
just
him in
like
the eye, yeah.
stopped by you, like
That's
but like
amazing.
not in like a like the way that you worded it, like it just flattened the bullet. I flattened the bullet. Like, it just sounds like
I caught it in my teeth. I spit it
Yeah.
out. I said, "What do you got now, homie?"
That's actually an interesting bone. It's one of the only bones that can expand and contract.
Really?
Wow.
It can puff up. It can become
Oh,
bigger.
it's how
Like, it
and
can
whether.
actually
Yeah.
poke out.
So I
all
guess
of a
that's
sudden, like,
too-
bulges
God.
out.
I don't know if I'm saying
but
advantage,
it's like
but
an
maybe that's
infection
why.
that happens.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but
It's
yeah,
like a spongy
all the-
bone. It's weird.
But I to this day I get really bad vertigo. Sometimes when I fall asleep, I feel like the bed's spinning and stuff like that. I mean,
Oh, she got shot in the head.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you know, and but I mean, like, I'm not a vegetable. I'm able to walk and talk and breathe, and I have 2 boys, so my body parts are working, and
Amazing.
you know,
Yeah.
but that's what I do, and for me, it's like I don't really get much money off of it. You get sponsors and stuff like that, whatever. But that's not the point. For me, success is not how much money you make; it's how many people you can make a difference in their lives.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
and
Yep.
so you know, you making games for kids,
Yeah.
you know, and you
Yeah.
doing awesome talk and your
Yeah.
podcast, and you know, all you guys, we all have gifts that we can use. Like, I love that you give me Santa Claus. Like, that to me is like, I'm like jealous. I'm like, can I come with you to be an elf? Like, that's so freaking
Meanwhile,
cool.
my head's
You
turning
know,
like, I'm
like-
gonna mess with these kids. I'm gonna make them believe in Santa. Actually, their parents are gonna thank me. They're like, wow, my kid is like straight A student now,
Oh,
goes to bed
my
on
God.
time,
Yeah,
he's drinking milk.
Boom, there you go.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's life is good.
So where should people find you online?
Portraits of the Jersey Shore is on Facebook and on Instagram. So Facebook is really where the stronghold of the community is. Instagram doesn't really get a lot of comments, but Facebook, like an average post will get like 10 to 12 comments. On a really strong post, you can get hundreds of comments.
Sure,
it just
sure.
depends. But it's just for me, it's just a way to give back to the community that I love at the Jersey Shore. So yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Rick. I really appreciate it.
Sure,
And
of
Sarah,
course.
thank you. By the way, I just
So-
want to say you guys are awesome. I met you guys 3 weeks ago at the library I was speaking at, and I feel like I've made like best friends, man. Like, you guys are so freaking awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sarah saw Harvey, which to me, right there,
that's one of my
means
Those
we're
are favorite
BFFs.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine
yeah.
too. So that's awesome.
The rabbit.
Invisible rabbit.
Yes, exactly.
Hell
Love
yeah,
that
man.
movie.
Harvey.
See, you're in
Oh,
good
yeah.
company.
Yes,
You're in good
exactly.
company. We all know.
I've seen that movie.
That's a good
Harvey.
movie.
Harvey.
Yeah. Harvey.
Harvey. Great. Jimmy Stewart's great.
So here's what we're gonna do now, folks. We're gonna take a quick break. It's not gonna be a full break. Matt, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut to break just enough time to get everybody set up over here,
Yeah, one camera died,
and then we're just gonna cut.
and it's the camera we need probably.
Which one died?
The
What's
one-
going on with
That
this
one over
tonight? Is
We'll talk about
is
it
this-
after
all right,
break.
whatever. Right, whatever. So we're gonna cut to a break. It's gonna be a very short break. We're just gonna get set up, and then we're gonna cut that break short to come right back to get to this. So give us a couple of minutes.
Got a batarang over here.
and gentlemen, one more time, thank you, Ray Ray Beats.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks, man.
There we go. You ready? You ready?
Oh.
Yeah.
Drugs in the dragoons, the daisies and the daffodils are blooming.
You're listening to us. Yeah, the bass.
And they're like, "Sir, will you please calm down?"
Did you guys talk about the guy from Oregon who went into the fucking bodega with his mother's head and
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, we talked about that, I think.
Yeah. He also punched a motherfucker out and like
With the
stabbed
head?
somebody with the head. He
Like-
had the
like
head
the
in one
Morning
hand,
Star?
and he was like wielding a knife in the other
He
hand.
like turned the head away so his mom wouldn't see him
Yeah,
fighting.
it's like, sorry, Mom, don't want you to see the bad side of me or anything.
and then
Spun
he
it
like
around.
does her voice and he's like, I told you I don't like it when you fight.
Yeah. And then he's like, shut up, Mom, and then he stabs the fucking
Then
clerk.
he jams his hand up and starts fucking working her jaw.
Yeah, now that would have been impressive. I mean,
It's
look,
okay, it's okay. It's all right.
I just feel like, holding a head by the hair around the supermarket, that's old hat.
Dude,
But
it's
if you-
iconic, though. It's iconic. Something's never going out of fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he was in a fugue state.
But
It might have been in a fugue
if he was
state.
naked, it would be great if he had his mother's fucking head on his hard fucking boner, like an auto blow. Grandma's and fucking mama's head. Auto
A
head.
military grade mom head.
Yeah, a military.
Had the jaw loosely wired like the fucking crypt keeper. Talk about teeth in your vagina. Here you
Like,
go,
"Hi,
motherfucker.
Meet my mom, Doris. The fucking guy.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, this is all she says all day.
There's always cock on her mind.
I got cock in her throat. I went in the back way. It's hard to do.
So Miracle I was even born.
Yeah. Police investigating drug trafficking find video of woman having intercourse with a pit bull.
Okay.
This
what
is
else
just
new?
every day now.
I
Like,
think-
don't
I-
even-
I
who
feel like this
cares?
is old hat,
Yeah, I
right?
think that's
Like-
called the Atlantic
I
Kennel
think
Club.
at this
volumes 1
point
through 3.
we've pretty much established that people have sex with animals
Yeah, of
more
course.
than other
Let me
people.
tell you, if I was a chick, I'd be banging my dog. I would buy dogs just to bang them.
How does a 27-year-old who's, by the way, rather good looking?
No, that's what I like. Hot chicks who fuck dogs. I just love it because you know what?
Oh,
They're
wait,
just
whoa,
so.
you're real excited about this. Hold on a
Exactly, because
minute.
they're just so horny. They're just so. The
Right,
gorgeous
there's
they can
something
fuck
about that, right? Like there's something like
They're
that's
just
the whole thing.
They're so beautiful. They can fuck anything. They're fucking a dog because they just want to be
because
fucked.
they want to
The
be
shit fucked out
fucked,
of
right?
them.
It's got nothing to do with them wanting to fuck the dog itself. Like it's just if you were so horny, you jammed like a stick up there or like a branch.
I don't know about that, but I might whittle myself and sand myself a wood dildo. But
it's the undying desire where you're like, dude, you're so horny, you'd fuck a dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Well
she's
worked
like
out.
pulling fleas out of her pubes.
Oh God.
Way to ruin it, Sarah.
Yeah, well, I don't want that HD video. I don't. And the last thing I want out of HD video, I mean, you're all worried because that chick's vagina was a little. It needed to be maybe
Rubbing
makeup
against
up.
his ball tumor.
Right, exactly. But
maybe that's what caused the ball tumor. Maybe it was ingrown
That could be
stubble
it.
hair.
yeah, it could have inflated it. He's like, God, you're making me
It's
sore.
all
and-
infected. Fucking pops like a zit. Oh my God, you're coming from the side of your
Oh
cock.
my
I love it.
God,
Talk
this-
about fetish.
The sperm blows out the side like a burst pipe.
What is that like the Dewey Cox? Oh, not Dewey Cox. What was that fucking
What?
that the movie you told me to watch that was terrible. The one about the porn star.
Dickie Larson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so painful, dude.
Yeah, it was
I mean, great. Like Nick
No,
Swartzen's amazing. in it.
I didn't find anything good about it.
Oh, it's so hard to watch. Yeah. Sarah, what do you have next?
I was looking at an article for pubic hair stencils. Have you guys ever seen these?
No, but now I gotta get one. I'm gonna T-Rex stencil.
Well, you know, it's obviously a stencil on your crotch so you can shave
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah, sure.
I was just wondering, like,
Oh, you just blast it with a fucking like a little propane torch.
Yeah, right.
Get that old timey wood burn
It would
look.
be so much better.
Get that ground round look. Throw some
right.
peanuts on it and shit like that. Frank fucking opening the peanuts, throwing that fucking Sarah's vagina. Wakes up in the morning all crunchy. Crunchy badge.
Crunchy badge. That's a fucking
Tastes like peanut butter.
Yeah.
Where's the dog?
Everywhere. This is America. We fuck animals here 600% more than the UK. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying? The stencils. So what kind of stencils can you
The
get?
stencils are just boring, like rounded nothing. So I was thinking, like, if you guys could
They're
create
not like
stencils,
Fibonacci patterns or anything
what
like
would
that.
you? What would you want? But
You
the
get
thing
the
is, like,
golden
if you
ratio.
can't be like, ah ha ha, that's funny. I
Right.
would pick, you know, Donald Trump's face. Like, you have to like pick something that you'd be
hold
like
on. I wanna say something.
seriously into.
I
What
just-
would you
I
pick?
just want to say
vagina.
something. I want to say that you're exactly right because who in the fuck stencil razor blades their pubic hair in a serious manner?
What do you mean?
Okay, the question is this.
Everyone. What are you talking about?
All right, it's one thing.
This is the guy who just shaved them all off with no
it's
fucking
one thing
hair
to
at
shave
all.
them off or to shape it a little. That's one thing. But if you're actually going to go out of your way to get a stencil of something,
Yeah, but
it would
no,
have to
but
be
wait,
funny.
you're
like,
misunderstanding. It's not a stencil of things.
Okay.
It's just a stencil of shapes, so that
Right.
way you don't fuck it up and make
Okay,
everything
all right,
all
get it. Right,
weirdly
right, yeah, okay.
asymmetrical.
I'm gonna get dodecahedron. I think.
I think
the
I would get
sacred
like
fucking the sacred fucking solid.
you know, like when they like map out like a dead body with the tape on the floor. I think that's what I get. Just dead body over the
I
dick.
think I'm actually gonna go with vagina.
You would get a vagina over your dick?
No, vagina over my vagina. Yeah, I wasn't picturing. I wasn't picturing.
You're not
I was
slicing the meat up.
Dude, I wasn't picturing a dude.
I
wasn't picturing a dude.
I didn't mean you guys. What stencils would you get on you?
Yeah, that's
I meant
exactly-
what would you pick for a chick?
That's right, exactly. That's where I'm at. I'm not
Jesus.
picturing some guy shaving his pubes. Well, now I am. Anyway, but the point is,
You are welcome.
Yeah. I'll call you later when I'm really thinking about it.
I will keep the phone on away from me.
The social network. It's the 24th hour.
Yeah. I'm like, oh boy, Tony's having a rough night.
Yeah, fucking big phones. That's right, Tater.
What would I get though? I Jesus, man. You know what I would like?
What would you personally choose?
Some big thick lips. You know, like the tattoos
Like
and
a
the kiss.
mustache, like a hipster mustache. Is that
Not
what
a
you said?
mustache.
No, I was
No,
joking.
I don't want a mustache.
Wait, what?
First
I
off,
don't
let me
understand,
just tell
I
you
don't understand what you mean by that.
Let me tell. Hold on a minute. Let me address this problem over
The
here.
Dirty Sanchez
Let me
fucking
just tell you
plushie?
something. If you get a mustache over your vagina, then you look down and all it looks like is a dude's blowing you when you fuck it.
Oh, I thought you were talking over your dick.
That's
So it
true.
was like a Pinocchio
Oh,
thing.
oh, that's
lie,
okay.
motherfucker, lie.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, sure. No, the lips thing is like the you know, like when chicks put on the lipstick and they kiss something and then there's
Yeah.
like lips. Like, yeah, you get a stencil of that.
Yes, but then you have hair lips.
Oh my god!
She's not talking around.
I never even thought of that. Like, I guess you're 100%. I don't know. What the fuck would you get?
I don't know. Just as long as there's symmetry, I'm not fucked
That's
up.
what you're fucked up about is the symmetry.
That's the worst part of it.
So, like,
yes.
if a chick got like a spider in her pubes.
Listen, if a
one
really
leg
hot
was-
chick pulled
Oh,
down
actually, a
her
spider web would
fucking
actually be pretty
clothes
cool with
I
a Black
think so.
Widow in it.
Sure.
and her pubes were all shaved nice, but it was slightly off center,
You'd be
Is
turned
it
I
off.
would have such a huge issue.
Would you get a razor and
I
fix
might
it?
not be like turned off, but I would definitely point it out.
Would you
I'd be like, listen, this
with
is
two
real
fingers?
life, bitch, and everything is in HD, okay?
Would you get a razor blade and
Even it
fix
out.
it and even it out?
I don't know. I know that's like a thing for you,
Oh, it'd be
but like
amazing.
every time I've ever seen those porns, all I could think is they're just gonna have fucking hair and shit all over them. Like,
No, man,
there's
you
nothing
rinse it off
sexy
in the
about
sink.
tiny pieces of hair
Or
all
the-
over your
Wait,
body.
what is she talking about? Like
Like
shaving
porn
videos?
where two chicks shave each
Shave
other.
each other's
Like,
pussies?
Yeah.
like I mean, the act of them touching each other is fine, but
Right,
it's
right.
like, but like you've cut your fucking hair and had hair all over your
Yeah.
shoulder. Like that is the least sexual feeling
Well,
on
that's why
planet
they're
Earth.
supposed to be naked.
Well,
There's
other
a
than
bathtub.
sand in the
so
vagina,
that way
I'd
there's
imagine,
more
but-
hair everywhere.
No,
yeah.
man, you flunch out the tub, you put
you
fresh
get right.
water in. You also hose it off.
You get a little fucking shower head massager. You fucking the spray. You turn into a little jet
Did
stream.
you just say it's a lot of faffing?
Yes.
Well, sometimes you got to take your time a little bit. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
very
sometimes
impatient
it's not about the
person.
destination; it's the journey.
I am a very impatient person.
I want to vagina and I want it now.
I don't fucking have like a 3-hour fucking time
Yeah.
span to fuck around with a
Reshave, bitch.
That's where the propane fucking torch comes in. Yeah.
Or
So
you
the-
just get a what's that thing you tag cows with? With your burn,
Brand.
a brand, right?
Or
Yeah.
you know what? You get wax peels. You put the stencil on.
Oh.
and you just fucking put the
And
wax and you
rip
rip
it
it
off.
off.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, that way the stencil
Brazilian
stays there a
style.
long time too.
Yeah.
You get one of those Hunger Games symbols with the bird.
Well, you know, you get like biodegradable like those fucking coffee cups that you can eat. All right, that you
Yeah.
kind of fucking peel them and then you got like a sticky candy underwear.
Man finds 40 dead cats in 2 freezers he bought at an auction.
So wait, he never opened the.
Who doesn't
Like,
check the freezer? A used
Yeah, but, like,
freezer.
This is the second story we've had like
Well,
this. The first one, a woman bought a refrigerator and it had someone's dead body
Yeah,
in
no,
it.
Right,
but,
yeah.
no, it was an auction at a storage place probably, and it was probably you don't see what's in that shit.
Right, they
It's
But
a-
didn't
it's
the
a-
auctioner people fucking
No,
check it?
a lot of
Why?
times, they don't even look.
Yeah, right.
One woman, somebody bought one time, and it was this woman's husband. And still in his wedding suit. She apparently, the story was he had died on fucking their honeymoon,
Right.
some mysterious way, body never found. It was like 10 years later, and somebody bought the storage facility, and there it was in his fucking groom suit. Yeah.
Do you think that
Wow.
Do you think
I would
that
get the
she
suit dry
killed him,
cleaned.
or do you think that they were on their honeymoon? Let's say it was a desolate island.
Right.
He ate a bad mussel and died.
Right,
And
sure.
she's
She was
like,
still in
I'm
love with
gonna
him?
put him in the freezer because I don't want him to rot yet.
Who the
he's
fuck
still
gets
he's
him
too
from the
pretty.
island? How do you
and
get
then
him-
by the time he got home, she was like, I forgot.
All right, well, you got some
Yeah.
weekend at Bernie shit going on because how do you get him dead from the island home into your house,
Oh, in
into
the
the
freezer.
freezer, and then you call the cops and you're like, oh, he's
Well,
missing.
that's
I don't-
why I like my women I like my coffee ground up and in the freezer.
Yeah.
It's just much
Yeah,
easier
right.
to transport.
Well, there's a lot less yapping going on for certain.
Well, for a little while, there's some nap,
Yeah.
but it quickly fades.
40 dead cats. I mean, how does that
40
smell?
dead cats
Because
in
the
the
thing
dead
is, like,
man's chest.
the freezer.
This guy, that guy.
Oh, snap. Can you guys give me a
Mike
check
in a
in the
wrench.
mic? Give me a check in
Yeah.
the mic.
Hello.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Hey.
October 12th, it, guys.
We're doing it around the bar.
I don't.
I'm your
Give me a
host,
check
Rick.
in the mic, Matt. Give me a check.
I'm Jerry.
I don't.
One more time.
I don't.
All right. One more check in the mic from you, Frankie.
Hey, my name's Joey Bag of Donuts. Bought a $3 garlic knots. Didn't want to throw it away.
$3 garlic nuts. That's a lot of money. Jeez, expensive. Those are some nuts.
That's why I didn't want to throw it away.
Can't waste that.
Dude, we're good. We're good. I think we're good. All right, let me just jump in there for one more second here. So I just want to say to everybody, this is Awesome Talk, Season 10, Episode 8, November 13th, 2018. I want to thank our guests once again for being here. Mike Scroy, Gregory Andrus from Portraits of the Jersey Shore. And right now, we're going to have Frankie B and Matt Lahosi from Team Rockasset are about to be on. So, Dan Ridenauer, whenever you're ready to hit play. Let's do this thing.
What up? This is Team Rockasset. This beat was produced by Rick Resin. Shout out to him. In New York, Shaolin. Yeah. Everybody for hip hop, going raise up. Everybody for punk rock, going raise up. Everybody for the underground, going raise up. We don't really give a fuck.
Go and raise up. I'm the manifestation of the chosen one. Tick, tick, I'm exploding, son. Like a solar flare, Coca-Cola bear, I'm as cold as one. So you better dip quick like the polar plunge. Now you're feeling like a rabbit when you go to run. Elmer Fudd with a smoking gun. Tell the club that only one swing was needed when I put you in a hole in one. What's at stake is overdone. We go to bump heads, leave it at that. You could die a cappella or get beat on the track. CD, TV, or meet me in the back. I'll mop you up on stage, you need to clean up your act. It's as easy as that. Little blondie blonde girl, banana clip in the barrel that Donkey Kong hurls. I lost my noodle, feeding Chinese food to a poodle, cause we're living in the dog-eat-dog world. Hip-hop, go and raise up. Everybody for punk rock. Go and raise up. Everybody for the underground. Go and raise up. We don't really give a fuck, just go and raise up. Everybody for punk rock. Go and raise up. Everybody for hip-hop. Go and raise up. Everybody for awesome talk. Go and raise up. We don't really give a fuck, just go and raise up. Listen real close, bitch. You wanna hear some dope shit? Well, know this, we're so sick.
We're a new breed and it's a different art form. This is the epitome of what you call hardcore.
Listen real close, bitch. You wanna hear some dope shit? Well, know this, we're so sick.
We're a new breed and it's a different art form. This is the epitome of what you call hardcore.
Everybody for hip-hop.
Go and raise up.
Everybody for punk rock.
Go and raise up.
Everybody for the underground.
Go and raise up.
We don't really give a fuck, just
go and raise up.
Everybody for hip-hop, go and raise up. Everybody for punk rock, go and raise up. Everybody for the underground, go and raise up. We don't really give a fuck, just go and raise up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to Awesome Talk. I love y'all.
That's that new.
Yeah. So once again, thank you to all our guests. Thank you everybody in the chat who watched. Thank you. And hit subscribe and like and all that other good stuff.
Are you closing
out?
Do it.
I think we're closing
Well,
out.
hold on. We're playing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We have a show next Black Friday at Champs in Trenton. With Wade Wilson, DJ Royale, or
cool.
Jordan Royale, and DJ Alien, who's going to be on the show next episode.
Going to be a dope
DJ
show.
Alien's the shit.
And I have a new grind mode cipher is dropping tomorrow from Socrates, and we also have a track with Pace One from the Outsiders that's coming soon as well.
Nice.
So we're looking forward to that, and a whole bunch of other crazy pending shit.
Cool.
And then yeah. Aliens built the pyramids.
That's one way to say that.
And Sasquatch is blurry.
Awesome Talk Season 10.
Yay!
That was awesome.
Yo, my man,
Awesome.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing as well. Yeah.
Thank you.